So when you're listening to your favorite artist or actor or actress tell you how to vote, are you really going to listen to them? Can you separate the art from the artist? A lot of Kanye West and Taylor Swift fans right now may be thinking about those questions, but a new poll says it doesn't matter. A Hollywood Reporter and Morning Consult poll says 58% of Americans are not interested in the political and social opinions of celebrities they like. Compare that to about 9% of people who are strongly interested. 9%, folks. I'd like to meet that 9%. And only 24% say performers are very or somewhat effective at swaying them politically. So let's pose that same question to our political panel tonight. We have a radio host and civil rights attorney, Robert Patillo, and Kira Davis, op-ed journalist and host of the Smart Girl Politics podcast. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks.
It's good to be here, Scottie.
Thank you. Okay, so I got to start with Kira. 60% of respondents to the poll say that celebrity positions on causes don't affect their voting choices. First of all, that seems a little low for me, but, you know, maybe it's a different group of friends I hang out with. So should we be listening to Hollywood when it comes to politics?
No, absolutely not. I mean, these people are entertainers. They're supposed to take us away from real life. They're not supposed to speak to our real lives necessarily. They're an escape. But I think, you know, I agree with you that I feel like that number's a little low. There's no proof that celebrity opinions actually affect voter turnout. I do believe they affect opinion. We saw that with Taylor Swift earlier last week, coming out finally with some political things to say, and it affected voter registration. But those numbers typically don't turn over into actual votes. It's all about turnout.
Well, that's the thing, Robert. I mean, that's coming from more of a right-of-center aisle, a conservative viewpoint. And, I mean, let's face it, the biggest people that we get are like the Duggars and Duck Dynasty. So on the left, are they more, I mean, you get the big-name celebrities on the left that come out and scream and are very celebratory. I mean, Katy Perry on the campaign trail with Hillary Clinton. So do Democrats feel the same way? Can their votes be swayed by Hollywood endorsements?
Well, let's not forget the irony that we're talking about Hollywood and celebrity endorsements while we have a celebrity as the President of the United States who was the previous host of The Apprentice. So we can't say Hollywood and celebrities have nothing to do with politics right now when a reality show host is the President of the United States. So, of course, Democrats are more interested in the words of celebrities. They depend on youth votes, college students, the votes of minorities. We have a celebrity-driven culture right now where those people have huge amounts of cachet. The last week of the 2016 election, Hillary Clinton was campaigning with LeBron James, Beyonce, and Jay-Z instead of addressing political issues in some of the swing states. So I think sometimes there's an over-reliance on the ability of these actors and celebrities to get that message out. They have to combine both that side of the party with the traditional grassroots work of knocking on doors, stuffing envelopes, and making phone calls to get out the vote.
Absolutely. So, Kira, is there a difference between listening to the political leanings of, let's say, a Kanye West in the Oval Office, going on whatever rant you want to call it, or someone like George Clooney, who has done humanitarian work in the world? I mean, what opinion would you respect crossing over from Hollywood into the political arena?
Well, I mean, I don't typically respect anybody who's just kind of out there spouting off at the mouth. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities on Twitter or Instagram that have a lot to say about politics. But I think one of the interesting things I would note about a Clooney or even a Kanye West is both of them have humanitarian causes. Even Kanye was in the Oval Office. He got a lot of attention for his hat and his weird rants, but he was there for prison reform, which is a huge issue in the black community. I mean, it's big. So I at least respect any celebrity who uses their platform to draw more attention and to bring publicity, and that's typically the value of a celebrity endorsement. But as far as celebrities influencing our opinion, you have to remember that these people live behind gated walls. They live in communities. They have assistants. Most of them don't cook for themselves. Many of them haven't even graduated from high school or college. So they're not the people we should necessarily be getting our day-to-day opinions from. But I do applaud any celebrity that uses their platform for a good cause to draw attention to it. And that's what Kanye West has done, and his wife, Kim Kardashian, has done as well. And, you know, I definitely applaud that. But I definitely agree that you know, we can the parties can over-rely on celebrity endorsement and then forego the campaigning and the handshaking. That's really what Trump did in his last days of 2016. Sure, he was a celebrity, but more than that, he went to the places that Hillary wouldn't go. And, you know, we know how that turned out.
And that's how that worked. So, Robert, you mentioned of talking about engagement and trying to get people in. MTV did a great job. Rock the Vote. I think that's where people first got the major idea of getting these involvement. Now are we starting to see kind of a backfiring? You know, we don't hear many people from the business community actually now outside of maybe Google, but they do that after the election. They admit that they were sad about who won and lost. But do you think it would be more effective if the business community got involved and started putting their names behind candidates?
Well, I think that's one of the problems we have, that the business community gets too deeply behind candidates. Let's not forget Hillary Clinton's speeches to Goldman Sachs that haunted her for the entirety of the campaign. I think what we need to do is get a more educated and engaged electorate. So that's why things such as Rock the Vote, as you spoke of, Vote or Die with Puff Daddy years ago, some of the other initiatives getting people more involved and more educated. There's nothing wrong with a celebrity being involved in politics. Ronald Reagan was a celebrity before he was president of the United States. Conservatives have a thing about electing celebrities, it seems like, but most importantly is articulating a message that the American people believe in and being able to deliver it in a way that inspires people and gets them to come together and get rid of some of the political divisiveness. And that requires Kanye West and Taylor Swift coming together. Then by all means do it. I'd much rather that than let's go through another Kavanaugh hearing.
Well, that's the one thing, Taylor and Kanye actually getting along and agreeing that politics is a good thing. Thanks for joining us, you two.
Thanks so much.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.